All right, so today we're diving into a story about ambition, betrayal, and, well, just spectacular failure. It's a Khmer comedy sketch where a pretty simple plan for revenge and a little robbery just spirals into absolute hilarious chaos.
I mean, we've all seen heists go wrong in the movies, right? But rarely with this much style. This isn't just one little mistake. Oh no, this is a complete masterclass in how not to commit a crime. And we're going to walk through every single disastrous step.
Every great story of failure needs a mastermind, right? So let's kick things off and meet the guy behind this whole harebrained scheme.
So this is our guy, an uncle who has, let's just say, fallen on some seriously hard times. He's homeless and he's got this massive chip on his shoulder. And the reason why? Oh, it's pure drama.
So you see, he's not just some random thief. He's a man who has been scorned, big time. This betrayal is everything to him. He feels totally humiliated, and now he's just desperate to make someone else feel that exact same pain. And believe me, that little detail is going to become very important.
And who is the lucky target for all this bitterness? Well, meet Asun, a really kind, maybe a little too trusting man who is about to make that classic mistake of being way too nice to exactly the wrong people.
So Asun sees this guy, the uncle, and his buddy clearly down on their luck, and he offers them a place to sleep. Just a simple act of kindness, you know? But for our two schemers, this isn't charity, it's a golden opportunity. They don't see a savior, they see a mark.
But the uncle's plan isn't just to, grab a few things and get out of there. Oh, no. That would be way too simple. He's got something much more elaborate and definitely much more personal cooked up. Remember that whole humiliation thing? Well, he wants to inflict the exact same thing on Asun. He doesn't just want his TV. He wants to break up his happy marriage, to make Asun feel that same sting of betrayal before he takes everything else. It's petty, it's cruel, and honestly, it's just ridiculously complicated.
And that brings us to his absurd three-step master plan. Seriously, this isn't a robbery, it's a plot from a soap opera. First, mess with Asun's head, then hire some random guy to play the part of the other man, and only then, after the marriage is totally destroyed, will they actually get around to the stealing part. I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
Okay, so with this ridiculous plan in place, the uncle and his sidekick get to work on step one, creating that doubt. And let's just say their methods are not exactly subtle.
Yep, this is the level of evidence the uncle is bringing to the table. He's pointing to things like his wife using skincare as, definitive proof of an affair. It's completely bonkers, but he just keeps planting these little seeds of doubt, trying to prey on any insecurity he can find.
So when the lotion theory doesn't immediately cause a divorce, they move on to step two. They actually go out and hire a local dude for $300 to actively try and seduce Asamon's wife. Just to create the illusion of an affair. The conspiracy is growing, and with every new person they bring in, the chances of this whole thing blowing up in their faces just skyrocket.
But here's the thing about these super complicated plans that involve a bunch of incompetent people: they take time. And our schemers, well, they are not patient men. The whole marriage destruction plot is just dragging on. So they decide to just skip to the end. Forget all the drama, forget the seducer, it's time for step 3. They're just gonna rob the place. But, they still want to be clever about it.
And this is the exact moment where everything just completely and utterly falls apart. The plan was simple. Use a sleeping agent on Asun and his wife and have a nice, quiet robbery. Instead, they grab the wrong drug and accidentally give them a powerful stimulant. So, the quiet night they had planned turns into a chaotic, involuntary dance party.
I mean, can you just imagine the sheer panic? The accomplice is absolutely freaking out because their victims, instead of being sound asleep, are now just manically dancing all over the house. Their silent, stealthy operation has just become a loud, uncontrollable rave.
So, an unplanned, drug-fueled dance party in the middle of the night, well, it tends to attract a little bit of attention. And so, we arrive at the very swift and very predictable end of this whole disastrous caper.
And it turns out, Asun wasn't nearly as gullible as they thought. He was already suspicious of his two weird house guests. The deafening music and the bizarre behavior was really just the final confirmation he needed to pick up the phone. So the police show up to a very strange scene.
And just like that, the dominoes fall, and they fall fast. The accomplice gets caught red-handed, the uncle is taken in as the ringleader, his own wife even gets arrested as a co-conspirator, and yep, they even track down the poor guy who was paid $300 to be a seducer. Everybody goes down.
And the final tally? 4. A plan that started with 2 guys somehow managed to get 4 people arrested. The entire scheme blown wide open by one critical, catastrophic, and, let's be honest, hilarious mistake.
So that really just leaves us with one final thought. Was this whole thing just a case of some bad luck that derailed an otherwise brilliant plan? Or was a complete and total failure pretty much guaranteed from the moment these two decided that destroying a marriage was a necessary first step to stealing a TV? Yeah, I think we all know the answer to that one.